Good araw, class. Welcome to our subject, Civil Engineering Laws and Ethics, Contracts and Specifications. Today, I'll be discussing a quick analysis on problems involving ethics engineering. So allow me to share my screen. And by the way, guys, now this is our approach whenever, again, we answer problems involving the law. Okay, you need to conduct the ALAC method or the ALAC method, which starts with an answer, then providing the provision by stating the legal basis or the law, then third, by explaining, by giving your analysis, and then C, concluding with going back again with your answer. Okay, so allow me to share my screen. Ethics cases, ethical issues, and sample problems. So quick review lang, class. So from the fundamental principles, we are to uphold the following. Use our knowledge and skill for the enhancement of human welfare and the environment, being honest and impartial, striving to increase the incompetence and support professional and technical societies of our disciplines. By the way, I'm also giving a copy of the Code of Ethics, don't worry. So, ito class, no, hindi nyo naman siya kailangan kabisaduhin. But again, yung idea, read, by the way, in this case, read and understand tayo. We need to read and understand. Kailangan natin maintindihan itong mga bagay na to. Okay, for example, di ba, number one priority, safety. Kasi, yun yung stated sa fundamental canon, number one, di ba? Uphold safety in everything that we do. Number two, engineers shall perform services only in areas of their competence. And engineers shall be truthful. Number three, engineers should be professional matters. So bawal kang conflict of interest. Bawal mong sabihin yung details ng kliyente mo sa ibang tao, di ba? Be truthful again. Pasok pa rin 'yon. Build their professional reputation, uphold and enhance your honor and integrity. Continue your professional development. Kaya ngayon, di ba? Meron kami mga CPD points na kailangan mo maintain for you to renew your license. And number 8, treat all people fairly. Hindi ka nakakataas porket na engineer ka. Tandaan natin yun. So, let's proceed. How can we answer or how do we approach problems involving ethics? Okay? For example, case number 1. As a future engineer, how will you enhance human welfare in the environment? So, here's our suggested answer. I will enhance the human welfare by creating infrastructure to the poor that promotes the quality of life, such as mass housing, ibig sabihin mga pabahay, no? And green buildings which maximizes sustainable materials. Yung gamit mo ay sustainable construction materials, such as recyclable materials, mga eco-friendly bricks, ano pa, mga hindi mga hindi corrupt na materials when it comes sa semento, buhangin, bakal, graba, bato. Ibig sabihin ng hindi corrupt, hindi mo ninakaw, hindi nakaw yung mga materyales. Okay? So because anong reasoning, anong legal base natin? What's the law? Because under the Code of Ethics, you can state under Principle 1, pwede mo rin banggitin yun. Pwedeng verbatim kung ganun ka talaga, ganun mo siya na memorize by heart, di ba? Alam mo yung batas. Because under the Code of Ethics, engineers shall use their skills in enhancing human welfare and the environment. Is under Principle 1. Okay? So by creating, ano yung explanation natin? By creating sustainable infrastructure such as housing projects and green buildings, I honor the Sustainable Development Goals. Okay? Bakit? I build protection for the poor without compromising the future generation. Bakit? Kasi you are creating shelter to them. You are providing housing to them. You are protecting their lives. Diba? Itong mga tao nito providing safety, shelter, and comfort upon them. And also, it promotes the spirit of social justice. Lagi nyo tatandaan ka, solus populi supremo lex. No? The welfare of the people is a supreme law. Let those who have less in life have more in law and engineering. Kung sino lang mga nagkukulang sa buhay, pagbigyan naman natin kahit papaano. Then thus, conclusion natin, I will enhance human welfare by creating infrastructure to the. Bumalik ka lang sa answer. Okay? Ganun lang, di ba? Case number 2, as a future engineer, how will you promote safety in your project site? Suggested answer, I will promote safety by ensuring that provisions for safety of the National Building Code, the National Structural Code of the Philippines, and the safety standards of occupational safety and health are being followed. Nasusunod, di ba? Meron kang safety officers sa site, meron kang mga regular safety checks, di ba? Every day meron kayong huddle, di ba? Meron kayong huddle sa site. 7 a.m. in the morning, kung ano yung mga need ma-accomplish today. Ano yung mga may gagawin pang buhos? Meron ba tayong mga safety hazards na pwede nating makatapat, di ba? Yung mga aakit sa matataas na building, yung mga kailangan na bang kompleto ba ng fit ng mga damit? Complete PPE ba? Okay? Under the law, by the way, pwede nyo rin sabihin according to the law, according to the Code of Ethics, pwede rin yun. Engineers shall promote safety, health, and welfare of the public. This is under Fundamental Canon 1. Okay? Fundamental Canon 1. Pwede rin banggitin nyo, pwede rin hindi. Pero alam natin na Code of Ethics ito. Kasi Code of Ethics yung topic natin. Okay? By ensuring that safety provisions are being followed, I am minimizing the risk and potential disasters in my projects. Ganun lang kadali. Short but sweet. Diba? And balik ka lang sa answer mo. Thus, I will promote safety by ensuring that safety standards are always met. Okay? 4-liner answer. Case number 3, how about this one? This is a case, no? Engineer Mark is a water resource engineer. He doesn't have an experience in structural engineering. However, he signed a public document and a master plan, structural plan, kompleto Ricardo, of a 29-story building as the lead design engineer. Ibig sabihin pumirma siyang class kahit wala siyang alam. Di ba? Hindi niya alam reviewin eh. Yung structural plan. Will you charge him liable? What's your answer? Suggested answer? Yes, he is liable. Under the Code of Ethics, according to the law, engineers shall perform. This is under Canon 2. Under the Code of Ethics, engineers shall perform only in areas of their competence. Being a water resource engineer, explanation, he doesn't have any experience on high-rise construction. Thus, his signing of the document without proper calculation and analysis may lead to potential disaster. The compromise signing may lead to future structural failure kasi hindi naman niya ni-review. Hindi naman niya inaral. Wala siyang kaalam-alam about it. And which may lead to mass destruction. Pag nasira yon, it will lead to a catastrophic deaths of people. Maraming mamatay. Okay? And, tinan nyo kaso, thus he is liable. Ang ginagawa lang natin, no, pwede kayong maglaro dito through pain and pleasure. No? Isipin nyo yung pinaka-worst na pwedeng mangyari. Dito, yung pinaka-worst na mangyari, inumpisa natin sa maliit lang na pain, di ba? Compromise signing, pero hindi na review kasi. Di ba? Walang pag-aaral na naganap, walang analysis na naganap. Nagpirma lang yung tao. Thus, merong mga sigurong areas na hindi na-check na pwedeng magkaroon ng failure yung column, which eventually nag-lead sa destruction ng iba pang floors. Then, potential failure ng buong building, which leads to a bigger pain of mass death or mass destruction. Diba? Ano lang tayo, pinapalaki natin yung problema for us to have a proper analysis of the problem. Okay? And finally, base lang to, no? Engineer Paulo has an expired PRC license as a CE for 10 years. Ibig sabihin, hindi na siya practicing, no? He is not a practicing engineer anymore. He doesn't plan on renewing it anytime soon due to busy schedule. He was publicly interviewed in 24 Oras on his thoughts of the recent Manila Bay Reclamation Project, where he gave insights that he is not truly aware of, such as, okay lang magpatayo dyan, wala namang masisira sa tatambakan dyan. Engineer ako, maniwala kayo sa akin, sabi ni Engineer Paulo. Will you charge him liable? Dapat ba siyang kasuhan nun? Again, the answer is yes, di ba? Under He's liable. Under the Code of Ethics, canon number 3, engineers should only issue public statements only in an objective and truthful manner. Unang-una sa lahat, hindi siya engineer. Di ba? Hindi na siya engineer. His stated facts may lead to misinformation. Sobrang laki ng platform na 24 oras pag narinig yan ng mga tao. Hala, pwede naman pala pumunta doon sa Manila Bay, ganyan-ganyan, reclamation project. Kasi nagawa na, no? Nagawa na yung project. Punta doon yung mga tao, punta doon yung mga ang dami ng mga buildings. Nasira na yung mga resources. Which eventually to a bigger problem, nagkaroon ng overpopulation, overcrowding. Nasira ngayon. Diba? But the misinformation, again, lead to a bigger pain or a bigger failure that may lead again to disaster. Okay? Thus, I will hold Engineer Paulo. So that's it. That's how we conduct a quick ALAC methodology for our answers in cases involving ethical issues. So that's it, class. I will see you on the next module, and I look forward to meeting you on the midterms exam in Kabutihan. God bless you all.